And we're
All
recording.
right.
Clint, introduce us, man.
Okay, well, indeed we are here. Welcome to Hamityville Horror. Thank you for visiting. I am Clint,
I am Don.
and we are joined here with a very special guest. We are here with one Mr. Matt Burns. How you doing, sir?
Hey, buddies. Hey, guys. We're doing great. It's been a minute since I've been on here.
Yeah, that's too damn
It
long.
absolutely has. It absolutely has.
Yeah, it's
So,
been a minute.
man, so you got a lot going on. It's like you're a writer, you're a director, you're a you're a producer, you're a promoter. You like to put together cons. When the hell do you sleep?
Well, that's what I was. That's why I'm late. I actually felt actually took a nap. I actually took a nap. That's why I was late coming on. Yeah, but I was gonna say, yeah, that's I was gonna say, but yeah, no, it's been a lot. It's a lot going on, but it's a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, we just I got 2 film projects in the works. Got Little Red Rosie and Head on the Writer's Block, which are both going really well now. Rosie didn't quite draw what we thought it was going to with Indiegogo, but it's enough to keep it going. So that's the main thing. Enough to keep the project sustained. And like I said, and you Head on the Writer's Block's been doing a lot. They've been doing a lot of good things too. I mean, we had a great shoot the other week with Jim Crut from Dawn of the Dead and Jordan Miller from The Only Ones. And actually, I produced that movie as well. The trailer for that's going to drop. Teaser trailer for that's about to drop on the 22nd, hopefully May 22nd or so. So that's going to be that movie's going to blow a lot of people away. I think it's really well made. It's going to be a really good really good flicks. I think it's gonna be that's gonna really gonna take a lot of people by storm. And yeah, just been going crazy. I mean, Slasher Nurse, I'm producer on that. Oh my god, you guys have seen that? Oh my goodness! I mean, I love Dave and all, but Dave, I don't know if Dave sold his soul to the devil or what's going on here. But man, he has had one hell of a crowdfunder, and I mean, my goodness. Yeah. But I mean, the guy put, hey, it's that simple. You put out good work, you get funding. That's all there is to it. I mean, the people that do good work do good things. I mean, the people that don't, and they're the ones that sit and hate on your campaigns and whatnot. I mean, it's just that's what you got to do. I mean, once you prove yourself, people don't mind backing you up. So I mean, that's one thing. But yeah, it's been a lot of good stuff. A lot of love for the indie scene. So it's all been great.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're going deeper into it. I guess I should probably thank you for drawing my attention to the Kings of Horror YouTube channel.
Patrick's a good guy. Runs that channel. Yeah, Patrick's good. Yeah, they got a lot of cool movies on there. A lot of stuff that a lot of people don't have. It's like they got a really interesting selection of stuff.
Yeah. No, anybody who's watching this or who's a fan of the page, I would encourage you to go find the Kings of Horror YouTube channel and subscribe to that, because there's a lot of stuff on there. And you had something recently hit there. You got Bigfoot on there.
Bigfoot, yeah. That was one of the first movies I did when I came back. It was we released that back in 2019, actually. Myself and Mark Byrne from Absurd Production. He's been on here before, Absurd Production Pictures. He's been on here before. And actually, his new movie's getting ready to come out too. Actually, the One of One, which is like a dark kind of stoner comedy. Which is, I mean, it's a trip. I actually got an advanced screener of it. It is a trip. I think people are gonna have a lot of fun with that. I mean, it's not horror in the least, but it's a good little flick. It's fun. I mean, it's a lot of our friends are on there. Michael McGlynn, Shonda Rawlings, Kayleigh, a lot of everybody, a lot of our Catherine, a lot of the horror people did it. I mean, it's gonna be a good little movie. I think people are gonna enjoy that.
Right.
Yeah. Did you get a cameo from Nancy in there? Nancy.
Yeah, that was Nancy's first flick back. Actually, yeah, it was her first. It was her first. She hadn't really acted in a long time, and she was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot again. Then she wanted to really like it. She's also going to be in The Only Ones. She's going to be in Little Red Rosie. I mean, yeah, she got bit by the bug too. And I mean, that girl, she's been doing a lot. She's been going to all these different conventions and whatnot. So I mean, glad to see her, still killing it out there on the circuit.
Yeah,
definitely.
So Little Red Rosie. How did this start and come to be? Is this a brainchild of yours?
No, well, it kind of, sort of, yeah. It was a brainchild when I found the doll at a flea market for $3. That's like, I looked at the doll. I was looking around the flea market. I was my buddy Tom Burtman works there. Yeah, and I was gonna say, we were sitting there talking. I was looking around at all the different booths or whatever, and a booth was going out of business. There was one there that was good. That was I guess they just got tired of it, weren't making any money, and they had the doll there. And I was just like, wow. I looked at it, I picked up like this thing could be in a horror movie. I'm like, it's kind of creepy. I don't know. This thing it's kind of creeping me out a little bit. And I just, and like I said, I was just like, you know what, this could work or whatever. And I bought it. Like again, it was like 75% off. Yeah. So I wanted to cost me like $3 and some change. And I mean, I showed it to everybody. I was like, what do y'all think? And they're like, oh my God, that doll is so freaky looking. And people seemed to really like it. I was like, cool. I was like, yeah. And then I got with my friends, Todd Martin and Matthew Furman, who Todd's a great writer. I mean, he helps me. I mean, he does a lot of the bulk of the writing on my stuff, even though I help him out. But I mean, he's a great writer. He's done Writer's Block, Rosie, Shriek Show, some of Brad Twigg's projects like Shriek Show, Crackoon. He does a lot of Twigg's projects as well. So yeah, Crackoon. The movie looks like a trip too. I can't wait to see that.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, looks like it'll be a fun time. Yeah, it looks like it'll be a fun time, obviously. Yeah, but Todd and we got to writing it or whatever, and it kind of stalled out a couple times. We were kind of like, well, are we going to do this or are we not? It's kind of like, and then like I mean, we got the crew that I have now, and they've been really, everybody's been really devoted to us. So I'm like, yeah. And then we got Nancy, we got Monique Dupree, we got Lisa Neal, we got Beatrice Bopple, of course, too, who's coming to Main Street Comic Con. She's going to be in the film as well. You guys know her very well. I'm sure. I think she's on the show as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, so everything just kind of fell into place. We're like, well, hell, we got to make it now. we got to make this thing now. It's doing so well. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. How far are you in the project? I mean,
we're still shooting it, obviously, and I mean, we're probably about probably about 40% or so. We got about 40% of the way shot, we give or take. I mean, now we got a big weekend coming up in a couple weeks with Nancy and Elisa Neal, and then Main Street Comic Con weekend we're going to do the scene with Beatrice and Nancy. So yeah, I mean, after those 2 weekends, we should have a pretty good. We should have it up to about 60% or so. So that's be great.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it over to Main Street Comic Con. That looks like a cool time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're trying to do a more affordable con. I mean, because a lot of these cons are $40-50. I mean, and I get it. It costs a lot to sustain these things, obviously, especially when you got a building like the size of Fear Fest or whatever. It costs a lot to, and with all the celebrities and all the, it's a lot to sustain, man. It's just I get the cost. I mean, because everything's going up nowadays. It seems like. I mean, flights have been a pain in the ass. I mean, it sucks. I mean, but it is what you got to keep trying to push through it as best you can or whatever. But yeah, Main Street we're trying to do something a little more family friendly, a little more for everybody, not just the hardcore like horror fan or the hardcore comic fan.
Yeah, and that's in June, isn't it?
Yeah, June in Waynesboro. Yeah, in Waynesboro. Yeah, Waynesboro, PA, not VA. Yeah, PA. Because there's two. I was gonna say, but yeah, no, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I shared to the page. I think that's cool. I think Slasher 15 is going to show up.
They're coming up certain production. A lot of the film people are actually going to be showing up, and actually we're working on having at the theater, because the theater's right there too, where you guys were at the Zero premiere. Yeah, I was gonna say we're actually working on having like a double feature basically with some of the local, because I'd like to, of course, I always like to incorporate the local film guys, because a lot of the cons don't do that very well. I mean, Creature Feature does a pretty good job of it, because they got the theater right there too. So I mean, Creature Feature does a pretty good job of that as well. But I mean, we're definitely trying to incorporate a lot of different elements into this show, not just certain things. So
yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I think Dave was talking about having Go Away at like
that's Carolina Fear Fest. I think
Carolina Fear Fest.
Yeah, it's going to be a Fear Fest. Yeah,
yeah. He was also going to do a showing at like I think the Alamo in Winchester, but I
heard something about that. Yeah, I did hear something about that. I think it was. I can't remember. I'm not sure exactly when it is. I think he said he's going to post about it like this week or something. So I'm sure we'll hear about that. But no, I hope. That's going to be great. I mean, I'm glad to see these theaters are finally opening their eyes. You know what I mean, to the local films, and I mean, obviously they do well. I mean, because you show the same movie so many times, eventually people stop seeing it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just definitely. I think it's definitely cool that we have very supportive people around here that like the movies and want to support the local arts. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely awesome. Yeah, so are you gonna do like I didn't mean to take us off of Little Red Rosie, but I mean,
no, that's okay.
You gonna do like a second crowdfunder on that, like when you get closer?
Probably, yeah. Once we get some more footage, once we get some, I think we kind of jumped the gun on the crowdfunder. I think we just didn't really have enough to go by, and I mean, the timing was off too. I mean, we had all these other movies, funding or whatever. And I mean, nothing against. I mean, they're all great stuff. I mean, I love Dave Kerr, love Matt Cloud, Brad Twick. I mean, they're all great filmmakers. And I mean, nothing against them, obviously. But it's just we all were running at the same time, and I think that was a lot of the problem. I think it just was a lot. It was just a lot going on at once, and I mean, it's hard. And I mean, we're kind of the newer ones on the block, I guess. So I mean, so it was just a little different, I guess, for us. But yeah, it's hard sometimes. I mean, crowdfunders are very finicky. I've noticed it's hard to tell which ones are going to. I mean, some of them do really well, some of them don't do really. It's hard to gauge that or whatever. So, but I mean, hopefully, once we get a better, once we get our more established product and stuff out there too, people will be a little more willing to donate to us as well. But I mean, it's what happens. You got to prove yourself. That's part of the game too. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree.
None of us. I mean, I don't think anybody expected Slasher 15 to take off with Slasher Nurse like it did. I mean,
oh no, not at all. I mean, they always make their goal. Obviously, I knew they were gonna do very well. I mean, they always do. But I mean, yeah, that was something else. That was just lightning in a bottle or whatever you want to call it. That was just crazy. But I mean, great job to those guys. Like seriously, sure. I mean, they're still raising money hand over fist. Yeah, I mean, it's almost up to $50K now, from what I understand. That's insane. That's borderline Hollywood money. That's borderline Hollywood money right there. I mean, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I've seen movies in the theaters that have less budget than that, and they actually get runs in theaters. So it's really impressive. And I mean, I'm just super proud of those guys. Couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of guys.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Definitely.
I'm very happy to be on board with that. I'm very happy to be on board with that project for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Me too, in my small way.
Every little bit helps, guys. Don't ever diminish yourselves. I mean, every little bit helps. Don't ever diminish yourself. Even if you could just donate a little bit, man, it's better than nothing. We see you. Trust me, we all see you. Right. We all see you.
Well, I'm expecting wonderful things because it sounds to me like it's really coming together.
Absolutely.
So Little Red Rosie, you're gonna do a second crowdfunder. You've got another project happening, which you're calling Head on the Writer's Block.
Head on the Writer's Block. Now, this was more Todd Martin's idea, actually. Okay. I did a little bit of the writing for this. Like, I helped kind of put it together, but he did. But I mean, this is all stuff that a lot of this stuff he's had sitting around for years. Apparently, he just never had anybody to produce it. I was just like, basically, this movie is about a writer who's a hack. Basically, let's be easy. He's not a good writer. He's kind of a dick. He steals his ideas from people, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, I play because why wouldn't I, right? No. Yeah. Of course, I'm playing the sleazeball or whatever, basically, because I thought it would be fun character to play, actually. But basically, he's just not a good guy, and I mean, he's trying to, like I said, and he's trying to get over this case of writer's block he has. Well, he's at a convention, and of course, he leaves the convention early, and he's all like bitter and drinking in his room, like fuck this, I hate this, that kind of thing. And he's just like, yeah, and then he meets this girl, and she's a writer, so so he kind of gets a new inspiration from that. So and then it breaks off into different stories. We actually have shot 3 of the stories. Actually, we shot Bachelorette Party Massacre, which has the Slasher 15 crew in it, has McGlynn, McKay, Chanda, Chris Ridings, a lot of cool people in it. And then we have we call it Extramarital Affairs, which has like Jesse Green, Todd Bobenruth, and Michelle Mullins are all in that one. That's about a guy whose wife is having an affair on him or whatever, but he gets back at her in the most interesting way possible. It's really it's something. It's something you'll never see coming. And the other one is called Just a Night in the Woods, which is Russell Sage Patrick, Jim Crud, of course, from Dawn of the Dead, one of my all-time favorite people of all time. I love Jim. He's such a great guy to everybody.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you guys have met him. I'm sure he's just
he's great.
Just such a great energy. And like I said, we got Shannon Atkins, we got Nate. It's her first kind of dialogue film, and a guy named Nate Nelson, who was the killer in Night of the Axe, Sean Wright's movie. I'm not sure if y'all saw that yet or not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I gotta get him.
Yeah.
on here,
I've
too,
seen
'cause
it
that-
out there. We do
yeah,
need
that's
to
on-
talk
that's
about
on
it.
Tubi.
Sean's a pretty good guy too. I was gonna say, yeah, I was talking to him, through the course of what he was making the film, and I'm happy to see that he got it out there. I mean, it's doing pretty well from what I understand. I know it's on Tubi, it's on some different platforms. So I mean, that's all you want basically. I mean, especially when you're just making your first film, you just want to get it out there. Just we want as many people as you can to see it.
That's
so
the
he's done a
toughest part.
wonderful job with that. Yeah, he's done a
Yeah.
wonderful job with that. So
Yeah.
good. So kudos to him as well. And we
Absolutely.
got the wraparound we still need to shoot, and then we got the we're actually going to shoot part of it at Carolina Fear Fest actually in a couple of weeks too. Actually, we're going to shoot the convention scene there at the beginning, and then we got one more. I mean, it's almost done. I mean that movie's probably about 60-70% done actually already. So
yeah.
so we've been moving right along on that one. Yeah, and the cool thing is we got all different actors and all different directors from this area. Because I wanted to showcase everyone's talent on this. I thought it'd be a really cool way to showcase everybody's talent on in this area for filming.
Yeah.
Well, again, man, you got to understand too. I mean, your name comes up a lot, so, kudos to you for everything you do for getting everybody on the same page and getting everybody involved, because a lot of times, people may not know, like I said, Mark Byrne or Thomas Tuay or somebody like that, but you've done a good job of wrapping everybody in, and it shows. Because your name.
Oh yeah, the networking's key, man. You got to get the people together. I mean, otherwise you got nothing. I mean,
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of new guys popping up too. There's I know Wesley Spangler's working on a new project. The guy from Zero, I know he's working on a new project. I know William Good is working on a new project. Who his first film was Zero, and now he's working. I mean, it's great to see that these people are kind of taking the ball and running with it. It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I said, and that's what keeps the wheels grinding here. And I mean, I know you mentioned Tom Toohey, of course. Heavy Duty Man just wrapped. That's in post production. I mean, Killed on Arrivals in post production. There's a lot of good stuff coming down the line. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So, can't wait for that.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited about all
absolutely.
the stuff coming up, and we're a sucker for an anthology. So I mean, we're
This
really looking
is
forward.
definitely going to be a cool anthology once it's all put together. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm just curious, which one of these things you're most excited about right now?
Oh, I'm excited about all of them, man. I can't pick one. Yeah, I saw that. You tried to bait me, didn't you?
Yeah, he tried. He does that.
No.
Do that a little bit.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, no. I was like, no.
That's what he does.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. But yeah, no, I understand. Like, so, yeah, no, it was definitely a lot of. But yeah, no, I'm excited for everything. I hope everybody does well. I mean, I'm excited for like to Go Away and One of One coming. And I mean, I know Mark Byrne's gonna have a new project coming this winter. I can't really say too much about that right now because it's still very new. But I'm sure we'll be hearing about that down the line as well. So I mean, so yeah, it's definitely we're definitely not gonna have any shortage of entertainment these next year or so. That's for sure. Give me a lot of stuff coming down the line.
Oh
yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to see like a nice turnout for your Main Street Comic-Con thing.
I mean, last year did pretty well. Last year we did okay. I mean, it was a first year show, so this year I think we're going to do a little better. I mean, now that we know like what what to do, or more of the demographic we're going for or whatever, I think it's gonna do a lot better. I think it's going to draw a lot of different kinds of people. So.
Oh,
yeah, it seems really affordable. I mean, is it like $5?
We have $5.
Yeah, $5. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I said again, we just want to do something that's gonna, that people are gonna be. And like I said, I mean, if it's a lower cover charge, you could, if it's a lower cover charge, you can spend more spend more money in the con. So that's right. The idea.
Plus you stack it up for a family. $5 for 4 people. $20.
$20, and then you got more money to spend at the con. Exactly. So I mean, you can't beat that deal.
No.
You can't beat it at all.
Nope.
So the location you picked is what?
The American Legion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's American Legion Hall. It's got 3 big rooms up and down, upstairs and downstairs. So it's kind of cool. It's got plenty of room. It's got plenty of stuff to see in there. I'm sure.
Yeah. You said B's going to be there. I'm excited. She's going to be
there.
What's that? Yeah, B is going to be there.
Nancy's
Nancy.
Yeah,
B's going to be there.
Right?
Nancy's going to be there. Actually, got another surprise coming this week. Actually, that you guys are like, and this person's never been here. They've never been to this area, so it's going to be surprising.
Never.
Never.
Okay. All right.
He ain't gonna tell us either.
So,
Even though we're not live.
No, he can't say it yet, I'm sure. So.
No, I'm not going to tell you yet. I can tell you. Yeah.
Well, then we may have to share your Main Street Comic Con to the page so
we
that people
need
can follow along.
Yeah.
People should follow that and know what's going on there.
I'll send you all the link or whatever. Definitely. That'd be great.
Yeah.
They said, but I mean, that announcement will be coming this week, probably on Thursday. Probably Thursday. I should probably.
Cool. Well, I look forward to it. Whatever it is.
And speaking of guests, so Carolina Fear Fest, if you don't mind, if people didn't know, you want to run down your list of guests really quick?
Yeah, I can do that. I'll try to be quick here. The first one is the one that's going to break Don's heart because he was looking so forward to this. Ian McCullough from Zombie, of course. I was gonna say, I'll see what I can do, man. I'll see if I can grab you something down there real quick. I know you were really looking forward to meeting him, and I was gonna say he is a legend. And he doesn't do a lot of shows either, so we were very lucky to get Ian McCullough. I was gonna say, and then we got from Texas Chainsaw 3, we've got R.A. Mihailoff and Jennifer Banco, two great people, two great guests. Also from Texas Chainsaw, we got Brett Wagner, who I think he's also been on here before. I was gonna say Brett's a hell of a nice guy. He's a great guy too. Yeah, great guy. I was gonna say he's gonna be there.
Big swag.
The big swag from Monster Garage. Monster Garage. Yeah. I was gonna say we got him. We got let's see, Ash versus Evil Dead. We've got Ray Santiago and Dana De Lorenzo, which is gonna be that a lot of people are excited for them. I wish we could have got Bruce Campbell, but unfortunately we're just not quite there yet. I mean,
understood.
Right.
That would have been icing on the cake right there. But I mean, one day, hopefully, one day. But I mean, it's then of course, the ultimate cover, what is it? The ultimate cover girl from like the freaking '90s, Tara Reid. She did a lot of great stuff. That did Urban Legend, which is a criminal. Urban Legend, which is a criminally underrated movie in my opinion. It's criminally underrated. That and Valentine, I just think are the two most. There are two such underrated films from that era. Yeah. I mean, I was going to say that of course, The Big Lebowski, and I mean all the other great films she was in.
Sharknado.
Of course, Sharknado. That's right, the American Pie. Yeah, she was in some great. She was in some legend, some really good. Some Van Wilder. I know it was not Van Wilder. Van Wilder. Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I was going to say
that other one. Bus Party to Hell.
Bus Party to Hell. I think she was in that one. I forgot all about that one. Yeah. What was it? Art of the Dead. I mean, she's done a lot of like kind of B horror stuff like in the later years. But yeah, Art of the Dead was another one. I bought that DVD at Dollar Tree actually, basically enough. Dollar Tree used to have some good stuff. Believe it or not,
people post that.
Hell yeah!
A lot of people post a lot of these indie movies. Wind up
these groups, they get all these indie movies in or whatever. So I said, it was crazy. Like I said, then there's let's see, there's Derek Mears, of course, the last official. The last official Jason Voorhees, last official Jason Voorhees, and of course a lot of other stuff too, like Swamp Thing, Pirates of the Caribbean, tons of good stuff there. And another big dude that's making his first convention appearance ever is Troy James from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark and Hellboy. And I was gonna say he was the jangly man and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which was one of my favorite books of all time. I love that. I love it. And the movie was good too. A lot of people didn't really dig it. I thought it was great.
Just because I never read the books. If you didn't read the books,
there was no good. People weren't ripping each other's heads off. They weren't. There wasn't a bunch of guts and gore in it too. Yeah, but I mean, it was. I thought it was a really, really good story. But
I did too.
But yeah, like I said, Troy was in that Hellboy. He was in Nightmare Alley. He was on The Strain. That was another very underrated TV show. A very gory zombie show, The Strain. Very good stuff. And let's see. Dee Wallace, Barbara Crampton, two legends in horror. I mean, just two amazing people. Yeah, Barbara Crampton. Yeah, Barbara's great, and so is Dee too. Dee, I mean, they both.
Dee is great.
Such great pedigrees in horror, both of them. It's just really, really good stuff. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's so. I mean, they've done so. They've both done a lot. So it's just a great. I mean, we got a great guest list, and also, of course, we just announced today. Small Town Horrors, my company, is actually bringing in Ron Fazio. Ron was Toxic Avenger in parts 2 and 3. He was in parts 2 and 3, and he was in Basket Case as well. So that's good. Basket Case 2 actually he was in the second one. So yeah, that's an interesting one you don't see very often either.
Yeah.
I mean, which is crazy because I mean, you would think Troma would have a bigger presence in a lot of these cons. but for some reason they don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why. But yeah, there's got tons of great people here. I mean, it's gonna be a great show. So we're really looking forward to it. It sucks y'all aren't gonna be there this time. Hopefully next year things will be a little better.
Yeah, just shit happened with my job, and I
I
got laid off
understand.
March 20th, and I'm like, man, I don't know when I'm gonna start my job, but I just
right. I mean, you say, I mean, that's a big trip, man. It's expensive. It's a big trip. I
otherwise
understand.
I was in there like swimwear.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. As I said, yeah. So I know you guys had a real blast. I mean, I remember the last year you guys really, because I mean, last year you guys were still kind of new, so it was like you guys really made a lot of connections. It seemed like at this show.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
A lot of really good stuff happened
Flash
for you.
15, we got really turned on to them with Mike and. So yeah, it was.
Mike turns everybody on, doesn't he?
Sure,
He's
sure does.
Should have changed.
Yeah, especially with the Super Trooper stash he's got now. I mean,
yeah, that's
he said he had raced Santiago. I think are going to have a stash off. I think we'll see who rocks it more. But.
Yeah, that one's going to be weird because he's going to have the mustache, but he's going to be walking around as Hell Micah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he'll make it work. I'm sure somehow. He'll somehow make that work.
You're gonna have to put Bondo on his face.
Yeah. What's funny is that he's in Little Red Rosie too, Michael McGlynn, and he's playing a role that's not normally what he plays. So that's really cool. And he's actually done really well with it too. The day or two that we've shot with him, it's going to be really interesting to see how people react to this because he's not, because a lot of the movies he kind of plays McGlynn. I hate to say it. I mean, he's very, very much himself. I mean, which is not a bad thing. I mean, of course, Roger. Who doesn't love Roger from Bloody Summer? I mean, everybody loves Roger. But Little Red Rosie, he plays a very, very different role. So it's going to be interesting to see what people think. Even in One of One, he's kind of Roger. I hate to say he's kind of that same. He's kind of that fun-loving, goofy kind of guy. I mean, but yeah, Rosie, he's definitely not that at all. Like it's really outside the box for him. So I hope people.
I'm interested in that now.
So like kind of like an antagonist, maybe a mean character.
Very mean. Very mean. Almost like psychotic mean. Like it's definitely. But he's done really well with it. Like he's killed it. So I mean, I can't wait for people to see this. I really can. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say like what character he is.
Hey, we got something. We got something out of it.
Yeah. So say, you got a little spoiler, a semi spoiler, a snippet spoiler, a snippet spoiler, if you will. Yeah,
I'll take it.
I got a little preview of him playing an asshole. He did like a short film. I'm trying to remember the name of it now, but
was it Balrog or whatever they called it? Was it short that they made?
No, it was a woman's name. I think Shonda was in it.
Oh yeah, that was the one Travis Miller did. What was the name of that?
Was that
you got me now.
Because Vanessa Ray Bent was in it too. I was going to say that was the short that Travis Miller made. I mean, I cannot remember before he kind of went off the deep end a little bit. That dude, he kind of went off.
What was it? I got you.
It was like in black. I would say it was in like black and white almost. It was. I remember that.
I'll lose my mind.
Damn, I can't think of it either. But I know exactly the one y'all are talking about. I know exactly the one y'all are talking about. But yeah, that was the one Travis Miller made. I remember that was the one. I remember because it was sort of in black and white. I remember it was him and Shonda and Vanessa Ray Bent. I remember it was in it too. This is gonna bother me.
It's gonna drive me nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's driving me crazy already. And I can't believe I forgot it because I spoke to her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Don, if you're on a computer, IMDb it.
I got it.
We literally talked about it, and I can't recall what it was.
Damn it.
But yeah, I just like it. But yeah, I remember
Was it Palsy?
No, it wasn't Palsy. Palsy was the next one he was going to make before a bunch of stuff happened. Happened.
Nora.
That was it. Thank you, Nora.
That's the
Nora.
One. How did I forget that?
Yep.
I didn't look it up.
That was a cool little short film.
That was a cool little short. That was a cool little short film. I think it was like a straight to YouTube type thing or whatever. Yeah, it was good. I thought Travis did a really good job with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I remember Michael saying that he really enjoyed playing an asshole in that movie. So I can see
so yeah, this one should be no exception. I hope he's got a lot of fun with this.
Right? He's got experience now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh Jesus. Well, we don't want to keep you on there too long, man. We just wanted to hop.
All right,
hop
bro.
on
Like,
here
so it was great to talk to you guys. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover. I think we've covered just about everything, man. We've covered just about everything, I think.
Yeah, and definitely post everything on the page, man, because we want people to get behind these projects, and we want people to show up to, Main Street. We want people to show up to
Right.
Carolina Fair Fest.
Yeah, as I say, yeah, we'll definitely share some links and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, guys, always a pleasure to have me on, and like I said, you guys take care. And I think, like I said, because I think we've done pretty much. I think we've got everything covered. I think
Pretty sure. And if you guys haven't seen it, Zero. I don't know if is it out there to
it's
stream?
going to be out there. I think Kings of Horror. It's going to be on Kings of Horror actually, and I think it's in July. I think they said they're going to. I think don't quote me, but I want to say it was July on Kings of Horror. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. And of course, if you haven't seen it, Bloody Summer Camp. Matt's got a
part
in
Tubi.
that.
That's on Tubi or Amazon Prime. It's on a lot of streaming services. I was gonna say another older. Well, Bigfoot's on Kings of Horror. We got Remnants on Plex.
Yep.
I mean, we got some good stuff out here. So yeah. Like I said, we'll send over some links. But yeah, so it was always great hanging with you guys, and we'll see each other. Well, I mean, we'll see at Fear Festival. We'll see each other real soon. I hope.
We'll be at Main Street.
Main Street. I was gonna say, I was gonna say, you can come up with $5, can't you? I'll sponsor the $5.
We can do it.
I'll sponsor the $5, Don. I'll sponsor the $5.
We'll be there.
All right, man. You guys take it easy.
Take care of
You
yourself.
too, man. Thank you much. Sweet.